Well, collectors, here we are again. We're on number 96 today. Is that right, Ob?
I think so, yes.
96, and today is October the 15th, 2023. Well, my eye is still hurting me, and unfortunately we had to miss the Allentown show this weekend because of it. But every day it's getting a little better, and I hope in another week it should be fine again, and I'll be back to normal, I hope. But anyhow, so we're getting closer to the big drawing on the 100th video anniversary, and you guys remember the prizes. We showed them in the last video, but we have the first prize was this beautiful acorn mint conditioned army, and the second prize was the motto bladed Hitler Youth knife, and third prize was this great NSDAP SA armband, being one of the wool ones with the fine satin cloth in the middle with no mothing anywhere. So Ob and I, we were thinking about it at all, and we have a guy from the gas company that has to change the meter here down in my cellar, and he came a couple of weeks ago and he looked at it. He says, I can't even get near that. You're going to have to clean that place out. So Ob's been trying to clean the area, and while we've been doing it, we've been finding a lot of things that we didn't even know we had, and we thought, well, maybe some of these things we could also include in the prizes. So we'll make a fourth prize. We're going to give away some sweetheart pins. These pins were bought by servicemen, Canada, in England and in America, and given to their girlfriends to wear, and we'll give this grouping away. They're not of great value, but they're still very interesting, and there are lots of people that collect these things, women especially. So that's a good prize. That'll be fourth prize. And then we were digging, and you guys know the Atwood book, I'm sure. This was the book that literally started the dagger hobby when it was written by Jim Atwood in 1965, and this is my personal copy of it. And I was just looking at it the other day, and it's kind of interesting when you look inside there. There you can see my name and my address, went way back when I started, and the date when I got the book on there.
What year is that?
1966. It's a long time ago, and in the Atwood book he used to have a section here in the back where you could record, if I can find it, you could record the daggers that you had acquired and how much you paid for them and so forth. And I'll show you that. I used to jot the pieces in for fun in those days, but I can't seem to find it.
What's it, like a checklist or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like a checklist, but I'll find it here. Bear with me, guys. I know this. Here it is here. Yeah, see, he had a section on collection acquisitions. And you could put in the dagger type and how much you paid for it and when you bought it, and I used to do that. I haven't looked at it in years, but probably the purchase figures are probably pretty interesting way back then.
You got a chained SS on there, now you got an EM on there. What did you pay for that? $75.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. I think that's that Boker I've told you before I have in my safe.
$75. That's a pretty good investment.
There's other stuff there. And I guess I tired of doing that and stopped doing it, but
That's a good record.
there's some old Wittmann record from all those years ago.
That's a good investment there.
Yeah,
Man.
a good investment. But anyhow, this book, if you don't have a copy of it, you should. Even though it was the first book written, and a lot of material is not correct, but a lot of it is too. And just for the sake of the book itself, it's highly collectible. And what Ob and I found while we were trying to move that stuff out of the water meter or gas meter, guess what this is, guys? This is an original copy of the Atwood book, still in the wrapping paper. It's never been opened.
Let me see the printing on the cover there.
Yeah, I think it says daggers and weapons or something on it. Yeah, the title was Daggers and Edge Weapons, so he just shortened it.
The original bags. That sparring's never been broke.
No, it's never been opened. And I guess you're saying, well, how do I know it's really the same cover? Well, look, you can compare it right here.
Yeah.
See, there's the blades. So so we'll make that a 5th prize. I think that book's probably got to be worth $150-200. I don't know, but just to have one that's never been opened, I think a lot of collectors would like to have that in their library. And then
yeah, we found 3 of those.
we have 3 of them.
We have 3 of them.
We
Yeah.
have 3 of them. Wow. So then, and along with that, we found some other books. You collectors that collect SS daggers, I'm sure are familiar with the Rolf Siegert, the German author, on the service daggers of the SS. This is a very, very good book, and very, very difficult to obtain. I'll show you just it's this one's in the original sleeve yet, and it has some tremendous information in it that collectors really like. Siegert really goes into detail here, really showing lots of things that collectors would be interested in. It's in color and so forth, and this book is been out of print, and it's very, very difficult to find. I think we looked it up. What were they selling for, Ob, in the area? $400.
Yeah.
$400. Well, I have one here that's never, the seal's never been broken. It still has the.
Yep.
So we thought we would give this out as a prize also.
That's a good prize.
That's a very good prize. And I think the other 2, one of them is, I think, dedicated to me from Ralph, because I wrote the what do you call the first part of the book, the foreword.
The foreword,
the foreword for it. But we'll give out the one that's never been opened, and that'll be prize number what?
6, I don't know.
5 or 6. And as we go along here, maybe we'll find some more stuff, and we'll keep adding it to the drawing. So remember, if you want to get in on the drawing, you can email us your name and address, email and phone number, or if you want to send it to us in the mail, you can do that too, to P.O. Box 350, Morristown, New Jersey 08057. So I think the 100th anniversary is going to be a lot of fun when we get imagine all those names we're going to get, and we'll shake them up and start drawing names. And remember though, only 1 entry per person. If you have more than 1 entry, we'll disqualify you, because fair is fair. Okay guys, so I guess we're ready to get started here. The only problem is we lost our ice dipper. Not that we ever used it. I was using it for a mixer, the handle, I think, but I don't know where the heck that thing went, and Ob doesn't seem to know where it is either. But So we'll just have to do without it.
Sorry, as long as we didn't lose the booze.
No, we didn't lose the booze. They still don't have any Imperial at the liquor store. So today we're drinking 7 and 7 Ob. Is that okay?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Actually, 7 and 7 tastes the same as Imperial. It's just a couple bucks more expensive. You can buy a big half a gallon of 7 and 7 for about 20 bucks.
Did you ever remember the other booze we were drinking last week?
Yeah, no, I still don't remember it.
Starts with an F.
Huh?
Starts with an F.
F. You remember it, obviously. What is it?
Fleischmann's.
Oh, Fleischmann's, yeah. Fleischmann's was what we were drinking last week.
Just
no wonder we
horrible.
got drunk. Oh,
I got a headache off of that.
yeah, that was rough stuff. That Fleischmann's, yeah. It doesn't get much worse than that.
Whew.
If you go in a liquor store, you'll always find the Fleischmann's all the way down on the bottom.
2 for 1 special.
Yeah. So we moved up to Seagram 7,
Phew, thank God.
but hopefully next week we'll get back to Imperial. I'll have to write a complaint letter and see if I can shake up the troops a little bit. But anyhow,
They'd be like, if they got a complaint there, they'd be like, who is it? That Tom Whitman again?
Yeah.
He's the only guy that buys our
That guy
stuff.
always
Anyhow.
complaining.
He's the only guy that buys our stuff.
yeah, a little hit of soda here, Rob. And I'm sorry I got nothing to stir it with now because we can't find our ice dipper. Boy, I'm telling you, something's crazy around here. Well, okay, collectors, we'll get started on the unboxing. We don't have a lot of boxes this time. I say that all the time, and it winds up being an hour and a half, but we'll see. Got the Denobili going. And I got a Bob Burns cutter here. This one's a shorty Ob. I don't know whether we're in good shape here or not, but let's see how it
Quite
works.
sure you'll be fine. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's working. There's not much to shave down on this one, though.
Well, there's about 6,000 other ones in that box if they need another one.
Yeah. Well, we'll see here. I think you're supposed to push this down so it doesn't move.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what somebody sent us here. This person's from, where's he from? Plainfield, Illinois. Okay. Let's see what's coming from Illinois. I hope it's something interesting to get us started here. You guys know I don't know what's in these things either, so it's all just a surprise. Well, here's a letter. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's really hard when guys don't send anything in the parcel, and then if I can't find their name on the email either, I don't know what's going on. And it's really good if you do send a little cover letter. It helps me a lot. In my old age, you know, guys, give me as much help as you can. Let's see what we got here. It's not all that easy to.
Old age. I just saw Mick Jagger on a news show this morning. He just turned 80 and he's still touring and making albums, that guy. The whole band.
He's my age.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's your age.
Well, if he's doing that, I ought to be able to open a few boxes. Holy cow. Yeah.
He's just like you in his own way. He doesn't know anything else, so he just keeps doing what he's just doing, you know?
Well, as long as it works, and
Yeah.
I guess it's still working for him. He can probably go around the country and do a tour and pick up $4 or $5 million if he wants to.
A lot more than that. Not that he needs it, but
And he probably doesn't need it now. Is that other guy still alive? That drummer? What was his name?
nah, Charlie Watts,
the
he
guitar-
died.
the
You're
guitar
talking about
player?
Keith Richards? No, he's a miracle.
Is he still alive?
Yes. Yeah, that would be it. Once Keith, if Keith or Mick go, that's it for that band.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see. Come on, guys. What do we got here?
I'm just saying though, 80's the new 40.
Well, they used to say 80s or 70s the new 40. They just say 80s old.
Well, Mick Jagger was like, you either get there or you don't. What are you going to do?
What are you doing? Well, yeah, there's not a hell of a lot you can do about it. Boy, this guy's the leaves in packaging here. This is the third package on the same piece.
Must be an NSDAP membership badge.
That's what it is, yeah. I don't know, it sure is hard to get to. Well, they're still not there. Man, oh, man.
Suspense is killing me.
Yeah. Well, I always say you should package it good, so this man listened to me. We shall see here. We're getting there, guys. Fighting it all the way. We're still not there.
He's like, I'm going to get that Wittmann good with this one.
Here. Maybe that'll give me enough sustenance to weed through this. Oh,
boy.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it looks nice from here.
Wow. No wonder he spent a lot of time wrapping this thing, guys. Wow. Look at the condition of that.
You can't, your hands in the way.
That is superb.
Well, you don't see a brown...
No. It's all the leather brown? Yeah.
Brown leather.
Yeah, oh, and it's got the marking on the back of the leather.
LSS, I believe.
Yeah, look at the scabbard.
Yeah.
It's mint.
Boy, I can't recall seeing a brown one before, though.
Oh yeah, no, they made it. It's just that the brown darkened up.
Yeah,
it almost
that's what
looks
it is.
black.
Yeah.
This is
It's
look
so
how
mint.
fresh that plating
Yeah,
and all is. It's just beautiful.
Mint.
The insignia is fine. Boy, are we going to see the same condition blade? Man. Oh, God, clever. Oh, look at that, collectors. Boy, that's something. Wow. What a beautiful thing. And it's the early one, too, with no ricasso. Yeah. And look at the motto.
That's brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new. Not brand new, but it looks brand new.
I don't know if that could clean up a little bit. It's got a little bit of, it looks like
a
dust.
little something there, but it doesn't matter. It's
Who's the maker on that, Pop?
This is Carl Wistoff, the Gladiator.
Oh.
No wonder it's so nice. Wow, what a beautiful HJ knife.
What's the what's going on here with the maker mark? I see the name, but what's next to it to the left?
Let me put my glasses on and see if I can possibly see something here.
It's like something like kissing somebody.
He's working it looks like he's working a water pump or something. A man working a water pump. And see Gladiator work on there?
Yeah, I got that, yeah. Yeah, that's really something.
Boy, that's got to be one of the best HJ knives we've seen in a long, long time. Wow.
That's a rare maker.
It's a rare maker, and it really doesn't even look like it was issued. Boy, that is...
And early. That's just got everything.
Wow. Well, sir, I'm glad you did all that wrapping. That was... I can see why, too, with such a glorious piece like that. Wow. Oh, I love that. You like that one, Ob?
Oh, come on.
I mean, we see a lot of HJ knives around here, but wow, not in that condition.
I mean, it's mint. It's early. It's
the motto jumps.
The motto's rare maker.
The brown leather.
Yeah, the brown leather. It's got everything.
Stamped.
The motto's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just got everything. Yeah, I don't know where you'd find a better one than that. But man, that's...
There's always one out there.
Oh yeah, there's always another. Well, I tell people all the time, if you got a dagger and you're happy with it, don't worry about it when you see another one that's better, because there's always going to be a better one. So, boy. You know, in today's marketplace and all, we just don't see HJs like that. I mean, it's incredible.
not for you know, not on the market yet or put
No,
away.
I'm really happy with that. Let's see what's in our next box. Well, we're off to a good start there, Rob.
Was that true that there was a guy that came into a Wilmington show with about 500 HJs or something like that, and he unloaded them all?
Yeah, I think it might have been last year's, not this year's Mac show, but last year's Mac show. He
or he came in and just unloaded them all at 500 a piece or something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, he just unloaded. He unloaded about 500 Hitler Youth knives
500?
and just piled them on the table.
Wow.
And all the dealers came rushing up there, and they bought them all, except for about 200 of them. And then Alex from Russia came over and bought the last 200. So unfortunately, we were busy or something, and I never heard about it, and I missed the whole thing.
Probably setting up and.
But gee, I wonder if out of the 500, if there was one as nice as that gladiator work we just saw. I don't know. Well, let's see what we got here, guys. Oh my. Yeah, this is really cool, this piece. Collectors, this is one of the leftover diamond pommels that were ordered for the Naval Honor daggers, thinking that the Acorn factory thought they would need more than they had on hand, so they ordered about I think about 12.5 of them. This is one of them. And then Jim Atwood went to see Herr Eichhorn sometime in the 1960s, I believe. And what do you want me to do, Ob?
Just turn it around for me, Pop.
Turn it around?
See the back.
Yeah. You can see the bottom there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jim Atwood went to see Helmut Eichhorn, who was running the show after the war, and Atwood secured from Eichhorn papers that these refer to Eichhorn ordering those pommels. These all letters are signed by Eichhorn. I think there's maybe one here, but
we've had these before, and the thing about them now is that they're their own collectible, because how many honor daggers are missing a pommel out there, you know?
Yeah, well,
none.
That's true. They're what happens, guys buy these and then they put them on a phony dagger or whatever. And here it says here, Dear Mr. Atwood, during our last meeting I was able to hand to you some few of the German naval dagger pommels as they were given during the Third Reich to highly decorated naval officers. These eagles were the work of my father, who with much care made them with the diamonds and according to the special orders given to his firm. I hope you and your friends will like these items. And it's signed Helmut Eichhorn.
So you're saying you could upgrade your dagger with that nice pommel if you wanted to?
No.
No.
No, they were only made for the
honor dagger.
The honor daggers. Again, they thought they were going to need more honor daggers than were actually issued, and thus the extra pommels were ordered. So these are for somebody that has a fantastic naval collection. These are really great to display with it.
It's its own collectible at this point.
Yeah, it's its own collectible. I have one in my collection in my naval collection upstairs.
We've had these in the past to offer, and we did quite well.
I've sold probably 7 or 8 of these over the years.
How many think are out there, Pop?
I think there were 12.5 that Eichhorn gave to Atwood. You know, speaking of Atwood, I got an email from a collector yesterday, and the main purpose of his email was to enter the contest. But he told me a little story in the email that I thought was interesting. His father, who's in his 90s now, started collecting. Oh, you out already?
Yeah.
Out? Started collecting in 1952.
Wow.
And his father was also a dealer somewhere in, I think he said, northern New Jersey during the 50s and the 60s. And because of that, he started a relationship with Jim Atwood, who at that time was going through all the factories in Zolligan and buying lots of parts, but lots of original daggers also at the same time. And he was sending this merchandise back to America. Well, one day there was a very loud knock on the door. This was in the late 60s, and there were government G-men there, and they were there to raid his home. And what they did, they took all of his things and confiscated them, and it later turned out that the reason they did that was because all of these tons of merchandise that Atwood was sending back to America, he was sending back through the Army's APO mail system, which you weren't allowed to do because that was strictly for use of servicemen corresponding with their wives and family, or wives sending servicemen cookies in Germany and that sort of thing.
Oh, how long ago was this?
This was in the 1960s when this happened. So the one good thing about it was that, according to the man's email, his father had 3 or 4 large trunks up in the attic that the G-men didn't get to. So later on, and this was all the best stuff, he sold all those things, and they were able to buy I think he said a 225 acre property down in West Virginia, where they still live very happily. But that was one of the problems that Jim Atwood got into in those days. You know, by sending things that way, of course the mail service was next to nothing, but you also skirted the U.S. Customs, who was out to get their cut of the things, which they never got through the APO system. And I know this did happen to Jim, and Jim got into a lot of trouble over it for many years. And so the story goes, there was a competitor who I will not name of Jim Atwood's, who knew about this APO scam and apparently tipped off the government. So like they say, what's the old expression? If I can think of it, I can't think of it.
You're damned if you do.
No, but it. Oh yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, competition brings out the best in merchandise, but the worst in people, and so that's what happened there. So. That's my Atwood story for the time, and we'll do another box. Alright, collectors, sorry for that story taking up so much time, but I thought it was kind of an interesting thing from one of the old days. Poor Jim, after hustling all that stuff for those years and then getting nailed on something like that. Not a good thing.
When did Jim Atwood pass?
I guess it's been about 10 years
10,
now.
yeah.
He was only, I think he was 67.
Yeah.
He wasn't very old.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, I knew him quite well, and
I probably met him before as a kid, but I just, you know, another guy, you know.
he was well, if you had ever talked to Jim Atwood, you would never forget him. He was that kind of a guy. He really had a great personality, and he was from what's that town in Georgia, right on the ocean there, that's so humid in the summertime and all.
Savannah?
Huh?
Savannah?
Savannah, yeah, he's from Savannah. And he had this wonderful southern accent, but yet he spoke perfect German. You would never know he was from the South when he spoke German.
It was like when I took French in college. They were like, "Oh God, it's so horrible."
Yeah.
Nothing worse than French with a Jersey accent. So,
but Jim, he was also during the Cold War and all in the 60s and 70s. He was involved with the CIA and all that Berlin Wall stuff.
Yeah,
and,
he was a monster. That one.
He was quite a.
He was the first guy to go over there and be like,
"Oh yeah." You know that Jim also was in every service branch?
Get out of here.
He was. He was in the Navy, he was in the Army, he was in the Air Force, and he was in the Marines. And that is a fact.
You should get a medal for that. Special one.
Well,
not many guys can say. I've heard of dual service before. I never heard of all of them. What, no Coast Guard?
not at the same time.
Not at the same time, no. Why did he do that?
Well, there were different reasons for it. You have to read the book about Jim Atwood, and there were a lot of reasons where he was trying to pull different things too that he shouldn't have been pulling. Jim was a shenanigan guy, and maybe not the most honest guy in the world either, but he certainly was something.
He's an operator.
I think he had a lot of wives too. He had that problem. He loved women.
I could do some Atwood hit job here now.
Yeah. But I got to say, too, collectors, that, everybody, today, oh, that's a Jim Atwood piece and all. When Jim was selling his stuff that were things that were put together with parts that he had discovered in Soligan, he sold them as parts daggers. It's just that afterward, the other guys didn't. Well, let's see what we got here. Looks like a couple of bayonets. And let's see what's going on here with these. Wow, that's a nice WKC plain bayonet. And here's a Tiger plain bayonet. Both nice, nice pieces. This quillin is really, I don't know whether it's bent or whether it's shaped that way, but it's pretty interesting. These, both of these scabbards are WKC type 2.
Am I just being ignorant, or should the maker mark be on the back?
Well, at WKC, the maker mark was always on the front.
Always on the front, right?
And Tiger with the cat usually on the front. Tiger. And then on the back was their name.
Distributor mark. Oh no, there you go.
Yeah.
Double proof.
Double proof thing, yeah. But it's interesting too. Both scabbards are WKC type. You can tell that by the lug, because the WKC lug is longer and thinner than most of the other scabbard makers.
What's the WKC look on the back?
Just plain.
Just plain, yeah.
But nothing to write home about here. But they're two very nice bayonets.
It is what it is. It's good collectible. It's affordable.
Yeah. Yep. So that's good. Thank you, sir. We can always use stuff like that. Good basic stuff. Oh, there might be something more in here, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think there's something else in here, Rob. I just missed it. Two more things. Let's see what we got here now. Yeah. Okay, this is a fighting knife, a nice one too. Let's see what the blade looks like. Yeah, pretty good blade on it also. I like these a lot. These are very popular with collectors. Let's see if it has a maker on it. No, it doesn't. But it's all Bakelite. And it may have had a nickel finish. I don't think so. That's just kind of that polished finish that they used to use. But the scabbard is great, yeah. And the hanger is still great. So that's a nice thing. And let's see what this other piece is. Get this Bob Burns cutter working here. It's not working as good today.
Really freshy.
I think I should give it a clip, I guess. I'll have to complain to Bob, and he'll say, "Look, I told you how to do. It's just supposed to break the end off." Stop all that stuff. He gets mad when I do it. He says you used up 10 years worth of cutters in a month. Oh, let's see what we got here. Wow. Boy, this is super. Well, you just saw a fighting knife. What do you see this one? Wow. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, fantastic. Beautiful leather. Man, beautiful grips. Big rivets with spanners holding it on. Oh, and a mint blade too. Oh, collectors, let me tell you, that is a nice knife.
That's like a bayonet fighting knife. That's
is it marked? Yeah, it's just like we would think. It has the pack mark, and you can see those pack rivets and spanners. But that's a super piece. Condition is extraordinary.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, you like that one, Ob? Man,
yeah.
That's
it's almost like a bayonet mini bayonet, but it's 3/4 size.
What a beautiful thing, guys. So okay, that was
all plain blades, but good stuff.
Yeah, that was neat the way they all came out with the best for last, huh? Yeah, I thank you, sir. That's some really nice things, and I almost missed those last two gems at the end. That's no good. Well, maybe I need another drink, is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, some nice, so some pretty good stuff so far, huh, Hob?
Absolutely.
Yeah, not bad at all. And I think I need another pop here. How's yours, Hob?
Yeah, sure, why not?
A little bit more of this great Seagram 7.
It's better than that Fleischmann's, I'll tell you that much.
What's that?
It's better than that Fleischmann's, I'll tell you that much.
I guess anything's better than Fleischmann's, but...
Fleischmann's.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I'm going to have a drink, that's what I'm going to do.
Have a drink?
Yeah.
And if you don't have Imperial, we'll get Fleischmann's. If we don't have Fleischmann's, we'll get Seagram 7. You got to have a drink, guys. Obviously, we're not that fussy. Now, here we go. Well, let's see. I got a box here that looks like a sword. Now we'll see what this looks like.
saw today they found four.
Huh?
I saw today they found 4 Roman swords in a cave in, I think it was Jordan. And
Old ones?
Yeah, like
from
6
the time, you mean?
from the Roman Empire. Yeah, when they were
Left over there.
Yeah, somebody stuck in these crevices. They found 4 Roman swords.
Boy, that would be a find.
And they're fantastic. You know.
Wow, this is recent.
I read it today, this morning.
Maybe we'll see some video on it or something. Don't you love things like that, collectors? Stuff that comes up?
It was sitting there for like,
2,000 years.
2,000 years, yeah.
Well, 1,000 years. Well, no, close to 2,000 years probably. Oh, this is a tough one to get out of here.
With wood scabbard and everything else. It's crazy.
Wow. I wonder how they got left there. Maybe they had to run out in a hurry.
Who knows? You know, you can speculate all day. Yeah. It was a stash, though, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's a little easier to get this out of here, I hope.
I think it was in Jordan or...
Well, the Romans were all over that area.
Yeah.
They, in fact, they ruled those areas in their heydays. Well, let's see what we got here, collectors. Looks like it must have some documents with it here. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. Maybe we got something that's named, and I know a lot of you guys like swords, so it's always good to have a few here that we can show you. See what we got here. Aha. Extra wrapping here. Alright, good. You can always use the free bubble paper. Yes, sir. And we're getting there, guys. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Well, it looks like a very nice Zeiton sword here. He tied the portapee to the scabbard so that it doesn't flop around in shipment. That's
Careful.
a good idea. If I can get this, I don't want to wind up scratching anything or cutting the portapee. There we go. Well, from what I see, it's an extremely nice Zeiton sword. You know, that's the Field Marshal model.
Yeah, it's nice.
And it's all brass.
Yeah, it's really got a nice look to it. That's
Yeah, it's really great Art Deco with the flat knuckle bow and just fantastic. The scabbard is fantastic too on it. The paint is really good.
Yeah, let me see the back there. That's nice too. Just as nice. Fine detail. It's a really nice sword.
Yeah, Zeiton swords are...
yeah.
And they're kind of hard to find too. They really are. They were expensive, I think, so there's not a lot of them were ordered. The grip is perfect and real tight wire, and the portapee looks original to it, and the portapee's in perfect condition too. So this sword did not see much wear, certainly judging by the scabbard. Well, let's see what else we got here. Collectors, we must be doing something right here.
Wow.
Wow is right. Wow. General Ferdinand Bach von Wilfinger. My goodness, what a fantastic blade. Look,
Triple H blue panel.
yeah, look at that.
Yeah, wow,
That's really, really, with the helmet and the swaz here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue panel. And let's see if there's something on the other side too.
Just give me a second, please. Okay.
Oh, boy, there's all kinds of stuff here. Wow. Another open wing eagle, and look at all this. If you can get that all up, and then I'll look at it and see if I can make any sense out of what it says. Because if you get it all, my friend David Goldsmith in England, I know he'll go crazy over that and send me the translation, I hope. David is a good buddy that is one of the best researchers in the hobby.
Man, that's a killer.
That's absolutely a killer. Let's see if I can make any sense out of it. Gross Deutschland dankt, thanks, or something Sodenson, the chief army, something General Fromm, summer 1943. Well, Fromm was a famous general, so apparently Fromm must have given this to General von Versinger.
Well, let's just look at the accompanying letter, and that'll probably tell you everything you need to know.
I'm sure you're right, Ob. But let's just, I don't want to take up a lot of time on this, but okay, there's all, yeah, he's got all kinds of information on both generals. Wow, beautiful thing. Yeah, there's a whole research file on both of the generals. So apparently this is a gift from General Fromm to General Ferdinand Bach von Wolfingen. And what an incredible blade. It's all, look at the etching on the spine
Triple
too.
etch, yeah.
It just tremendous. Absolute.
On a Zeiton too, it's amazing.
What's that?
On a Zeiton pattern.
Yeah. Wow. What a fantastic piece. Okay, collectors. Boy, my heart's beating over that that sword. That is, wow, really magnificent. You just don't see things of that caliber very often. So, wow. Thank you, sir, for sending that one in. Well, let's see what we got next. Gee, so far we're doing pretty good, Ob.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah. Everything's a treasure trove. Here's a box from Finland. Let's see what we got here. Double paper. And yeah. Oh,
You like the bag,
too.
yeah.
Like the bag, yeah. Always have to say that, right, collectors? Let's see what we got here now.
I think you jinxed it. It's a return.
No, I don't think so. Aha. A little more of the paper. Oh, it kind of looks like a naval dagger sticking through the bubble paper that I see. Boy, it sure looks like a nice one too. Boy, I don't know how we get any more lucky for more nice things, but let's see what this is.
When it rains, it pours.
Oh, oh, gee whiz, wow. Whew. Look at that beautiful dagger.
What's that, an ivory grip on there?
Yeah. And look at this, there's some kind of an admiral's flag engraved on there. I think that's what it would be.
It's, yeah, it's an Iron Cross standard, but
Yeah.
you see the flagpole? I believe so.
Anything on the other? No, nothing on the other side. But wow, beautiful condition. Oh, gee whiz! Wow. Oh my, collectors.
Let me see the hilt. Get your hand out of the way there. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, look at that. That beautiful
It's gotta
grip
be
and
ivory,
the
but
beautiful
it could be
fittings.
bone too, though. But I doubt it.
And the Damask blade is just it's just incredible.
Wait a minute.
Incredible thing.
Look at that fantastic Damascus.
Yeah. Let's see what the other side has. Wow. It's just very, very, very beautiful.
It's an eloquent piece. It's very nice.
Yeah. So the engraving of the flag must have something to do with the owner of the piece.
Anything from the sender?
No. Man. Boy, it's really... Let's just see if there's anything on the...
Well, how do you know? Just don't take it apart.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't take it apart because I don't know what I'm going to find, but... Oh. Yeah, the tang is marked Ek the Must. Yeah. Yeah, really beautiful, beautiful thing.
What do you think the maker is, Pop?
I'll have to study the fittings. So let me get this back together again here if I can, but these buttons are always tough to get back correctly. Let's see what
Well,
I
you
can...
dissected that thing so fast.
Yeah.
I feel like Quincy over here. Remember Quincy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's not Icon or WKC. It's another otter maker.
That is the strangest grip I've ever seen. It looks like bone to me. I don't know.
No, just the way, I don't know, but it's I'll look these mounts up, but I'm not sure what that is. But wow, what a beautiful thing. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I wonder whether anyone figured out who it belonged to or anything. Well, we'll look into it, but what a beautiful dagger. Okay, got a couple more boxes, guys. Wow, we're really seeing some fantastic things, aren't we? Got here. A lot of cardboard. Ah, packing list. That's what I like, guys. Yes, sir. And some popcorn, which I don't like, but I don't blame you for putting it in. So let's see what we got here. How we doing on time, Bob? We all right?
We got all the time in the world.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got in these babies. We'll take them as they come. Look, we got a lot of free bubble paper here, Rob. But it's good to protect things like this. That's a double wrap. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
I need another
Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. you know my bad habits, and I know you're all thinking, "Oh God, we're just ready to see what's in there," and now he's cutting a cigar, and for Christ's sake, what are you going to do? Okay. Well, we're getting there, guys. Oh my. Oh. All collectors. Wow. Wow, look at the beautiful grip on that. That's an acorn.
That's a Diplo too, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
acorn. No such thing as a Diplo with acorn. But look how beautiful it is.
Look at that grip.
See, the other side's the same. A little bit lighter.
Yeah, a little bit lighter.
See silvering in there. And wow, it's
Let me see the spanner.
Yeah, it looks good. Maybe apart once, but
It's so tough to get these shots all the time. But
scabbard is beautiful. Absolute mint. Just a wonderful, wonderful acorn dagger. Wow, look at that, guys. Yeah. Yeah, this is an early one too because it has the side screws in the scabbard instead of the one in the reverse.
let me see that again, Pop.
See the side screws there?
I mean the throat.
In the throat, yeah. See, so that's an earlier piece. The later ones will have the one center screw in the back. But my God, the blade is flat out mint. The dagger is just extraordinary. What a beautiful thing, huh, Hub?
Oh yeah,
Oh my.
definitely one of the prettiest daggers.
Oh, with that grip though,
Yeah.
it's just sensational. Wow.
Yeah, how it turned like that, that's just fantastic.
Boy, we're really getting some stuff
Yeah,
this
I know,
time,
must
aren't
be
we?
doing something right.
Man.
That's a great piece. Whew. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
if you don't like that, you better go collect stamps or coins.
Go collect
because,
coins, yeah.
This hobby's not for you if you don't like that. That's as good as it comes, guys. I don't think I've ever seen one better than that. It's just extraordinary, huh, Rob?
Yeah. And
Wow.
that's now that's a mother of pearl grip, right?
No, it's celluloid,
Celluloid that's changed.
but it's
turned.
made to resemble a mother of pearl. But it's very, very rare to see one that could turn like that. Wherever the dagger's been all these years.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of marble. It's just
Oh, it's
fantastic.
just so tremendous. And then with that great acorn crossguard with those upswept wings and
Yeah,
all, it just, the expression, the head turner, that's a head turner. It just, if you saw that on the table, I don't know how you couldn't stop to look at it. But boy, that's the top of the line there. That's an expensive dagger, and it deserves to be too. You won't see anything better than that. Let me tell you, collectors, I've been doing this a long time. That's got to be one of the best acorn GOs I've ever seen. For those of you that don't know, too, there is no... Eichhorn did not make a so-called diplomatic where the crossguard head is different from the head on the pommel. They apparently decided, even though they showed it in their catalog, they decided it was a waste of money, and they issued the same dagger for either type. So we say this is a government official dagger. Yeah, sure, but it was probably worn by a diplomat, but there's no way to prove it because of the way Eichhorn made them.
Even if you had an in-wear photo of it, it'd still be in black and white, and it wouldn't look like it does today.
Yeah,
so, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Well, there are some color photos of diplomats being worn, but...
What, no hangers? Shit.
Yeah, what, no hangers? Oh, okay. Well, we got a police bayonet. But wow, what a lovely example. Look at that, guys. Beautiful, beautiful leather, beautiful hilt. It's a cut down version. You can just see a little of the old hole there where they cut the hilt down. See that old hole in the stag where they redid them? Yeah. Can you see that, Ob?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. And yeah, same in the reverse. And it has matching numbers, I believe.
Let's check it out.
You ought to be able to see them there. They matching?
I guess. I don't know. I screwed up that Eichhorn so bad last time. I'm wary of saying it.
No, I think they're matching, but
Yeah, it's fine.
And then we got a very nice cut down blade in mint condition. Oh, look, it's a nice large logo Eichhorn.
Oh, sure. That's a nice dagger. It's a nice piece.
Yeah. And you guys know what I mean when I'm talking about cut down blades. These pieces were made during the Weimar time, and they were 17 inches long then, and they cut them down to 13 and also shortened the scabbard. But at the time they also had clamshells on them too, so they had to reduce the hilt when they got rid of the clamshell. That's why you see these extra holes. And then they reissued them to the Nazi police in 1936. So that's, I know it's only a police bayonet, but wow, that's a prime example there. Obviously this man searched for only the best, at least from what we've seen so far. So let's see what else is in here.
Pretty good box, Pop.
Huh?
Pretty good box.
So far, yeah. Let's see what this next item is here. We ought to get Bob Burns over here one day to do all the cutting.
Oh yeah, that's just what he wants to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants to do that. And then he could autograph cutters while he's here. Think that's a little over the top, Bob?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. I don't know, Bob, you always watch. If you feel like coming in here one day and doing the opening, you know, we would like to have you.
It's like, Tom, we're friends, but I'm not that friendly.
No, not that friendly. You might say that too, yeah. I don't know, well.
It's more than welcome.
You're more than welcome, yeah.
You can come over for the 100th anniversary or the 100th episode of Extravaganza.
Well, this looks like a very nice
No, with
example,
hangers, though.
but
That's nice, yeah.
There's a set of hangers with it that they're all leather, and they look like they were worn with it too.
Rarer than the dagger.
Rarer than the dagger, yeah. Yep, how about that? Wow. And the blade, of course, is the double etched with fire scenes.
You think that's Third Reich?
No, they're not Third Reich.
Yeah, it's Weimar, right?
And I'll tell you who made it without looking.
Okay.
And I think I'll be right. when you see the arrows like this on the ends of the quillins, they're WKC, and when you see the clover leaves on the end, they're Eichhorn. So let's just see if I'm right. Wittmann, I'm telling you.
So it's, wait a minute, there's so much going on here, let me see it. Yeah.
That goes about back to the turn of the century, that WKC mark, turn of the last century.
It's funny because it looks like a navy pommel.
Yeah, well, they probably used the same mold.
Man.
Just did it in nickel instead of brass.
Right.
See now, collectors, these hanging straps are not what we acknowledge as the official hanging straps of these daggers. There's only 3 or 4 original types that we acknowledge that exist. But I don't have any question that these are the hangers that were worn with this dagger. Remember, this guy was wearing this dagger in the teens, in the 20s, maybe into the 30s, and he used the type of hangers that they used then, and they must have redesigned the hangers in the middle 30s, because they're different. They have a blue grained type strap with Third Reich type fittings on them, but still this dagger appears absolutely original the way it is, and a very, very nice fire official. These dirks weren't really worn much after the Third Reich came into power, because the fire official officers wore a police officer Degen instead of something like this. So, okay, there we go with that. So we got some pretty darn interesting things here. All right, Bob, you need another drink, do you?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll freshen mine. Well, we got another box here from the same man, so we'll see what that is. I think I dripped more than I did into the glasses, but that's not good. Let's see here, a little hit there, a little bit left here for me. All right, so yeah, this box is from the same collector. He's from Longview, Texas. That's a good place. I don't think that's too far from Dallas. I think I remember going there when I missed the exit for Dallas.
You used to drive to Dallas, didn't you?
I used to, yeah.
How long a trip is that?
2.5 days,
Oof.
all by myself. Beautiful drive though, through the Tennessee mountains and all, and then you finally get into Texas and there's nothing but dirt and weeds, and but it's a fun drive if you last that long. Now let's see what we got here. This man is an old-time collector. I guess that's why he has such nice stuff, and he decided that it's time to start moving some of his stuff along, which we're only too happy to help with. From what I've seen so far, there's some very, very nice things here, and I'm sure we'll have some good success with finding homes. It looks like he really took care of everything too. I think he wrote me that he's collecting since the 70s or something like that, so He's taken care of everything over all these years. Everything looks superb. Yeah, I got to get Bob Burns in here to start cutting these packages up. It's got to be our official cutter. We'll pay him for it. Think that'll work out? No? You still won't do it? Well, let's see what we got here. Looks like a Luftwaffe dagger so far. And I think I saw a set of straps here too. An odd looking, oh, it's just loose here. Wow. Well, collectors, I think we're looking at another ivory grip piece.
I don't think so.
I think so, and got those generic cross guards.
That's not ivory, Pop. I don't believe so.
Oh yeah, no, it's ivory. It is. The shape of it's interesting too.
You think it's a goose?
I do, yeah. I do. We shall see. Ta-da! Yep.
Yeah.
No. Yes, there it is. It's an unmarked, or no, it's a marked goose. Yeah. It's in the hilt backwards. It's got a beautiful blade. Look at that blade.
It is backwards though.
It's turned, the blade's turned around. We can easily switch that. Beautiful, perfect. Look at the frosting and all that. Beautiful straps that go with it.
Let me see the grip again.
It looks a little different because I would suspect they were using the end of the ivory to make this grip. This would have been the last piece they could make out of the ivory, probably. It's a little trimmer than most, but it's absolutely original. I guess I can.
Well, you already did, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's solid ivory, so you can see that. And nicely done on the other side there. What you see, and let's just turn this around while we're at it. But there's the ammo goose. Yeah.
Turn it a little bit towards me. Yeah.
You see it? Why are people calling me on Sunday? You should be in church.
Yeah, they're wondering why you didn't show up for church again.
Oh, yeah, it's probably Father calling me, wondering where the heck I was. Oh boy, I'm in trouble again.
Nice piece.
Yeah, so that's 100%. What did I do wrong here? I did something wrong. There we go. Would help if I set the grip down on the shoulders. Yeah, there we go. Well, guys, there's a beautiful original Emelvoos ivory piece. Very, very nice. Well, okay, collectors, that was really a nice Goose Luftwaffe. And let's see what we got next here. Yeah, this collector knew what he was doing. Beautiful pieces. Wow, this is a long, it looks like a long, maybe an imperial piece, I'm not sure. Well, we'll see here in a second. Oh, I like what I see so far.
What do you call that? with original knot.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Gee, look at this, guys.
Man, it's long too.
This is an 1890 Cadet with the original knot. It's still tied in the way that they tied the Imperial knot. It's never been off there. Beautiful ivory grip. This was the cheaper pommel because it doesn't have the finials that go up, you know.
Can you lift it up a little bit? Yeah.
You know how some of the finials go up in the air with the cross on the top? This was the type that you didn't have to pay extra for. Beautiful scabbard with the rope around the pier type knots. Guilloche, I think I talked about that before. French word for those kind of bands.
What's it called again?
Guilloche. Guilloche, which I'm sure I mispronounced. Thanks, Ob.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Now this piece doesn't have a release button, and I'll bet it's going to have one of those little pieces of steel that acts as a release here, which they did back then. Yep, there it is. See that little
spring
piece?
load.
A spring load type thing there, yeah. And my goodness, look at the blade too. It's still in exceptional condition.
That's a nice piece.
Very, very nice. Lovely.
Who's the maker on that, Pop?
I don't know yet. Well, I guess it's WKC. Most of them are, but let's take a look and see. Yeah, it's a real early, which we'd expect to see, a real early trademark there. This is the 1890 model, probably made about 1893, 94, something like that.
Yeah, it's a real small stamp too. It's just
yeah, real
pink.
Small. That's what they used back then. This mark came out before the king and the knight next to each other, you know. So this is a very, very old piece, but really in exceptional condition. Has the usual crown over the fouled anchor.
Yeah, I like that.
And the sailing ship. So cadets wore these pieces, and then in 1901, the Russians visited the Kaiser. What was the Russian king's name? I forget now all of a sudden.
Tsar Nicholas?
Tsar Nicholas. And his whole, Tsar Nicholas was there with his whole group of naval officers, and they were all wearing Russian naval dirks. And the Kaiser was kind of looking at that because his officers, remember these things were only worn by cadets, his officers didn't have daggers. And
doesn't make much sense, does it?
No, well that's what the Kaiser thought. And so then the 1902 model naval came out, and you could order the 02 naval in this length if you wanted to, but most officers ordered it in a short length. And then many of the cadets that were promoted to officers had their cadet dirks cut down to a shorter size. Yeah, but this one is still in its natural size, and let's see, it's not named anybody, is it? No, but it's really a that's about, condition-wise, that's about the best you're going to see. For
and I'm
that.
just assuming these are the rarest of that time period.
Yeah, they are, and in that condition is just incredible.
That's a fine piece.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah, this man obviously knew what he was doing, and he started collecting years ago. And remember, collectors, things were a lot more reasonable then than they were now. Because probably in 1975, who the hell even knew what this dagger was?
Everything's reasonable. It's just depends on your situation.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're on unemployment, $100 is a lot. So, but that's another really high quality piece.
I did like that checkbook in your Atwood book, though. Was it $75 for an SSE?
Yeah, and that's the Boker.
And you
I
still have that.
I still have it. I can show guys that if they want to see it. With a vertical hanger.
Oh, great. Now we're going to have to show that.
I keep it in my safe.
All right, come on, Tommy. I'll give you $1.50 for it. You doubled your money. What's the problem?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can prove what I paid for it. It's right in the Atwood book there. You guys saw it. Yep. Oh, that was some book when it came out, though. Oh, I mean, that just completely captivated me. I sold my coin collection, sold my stamp collection, and started to, I just was so thrilled. I couldn't stop reading that book. I read it cover to cover, must be 10 times. It was so fascinating to me. Completely changed my life. Well, here I am, still at this age, still excited about all these things. Must be something wrong with me, I guess. I don't know. There's probably worse things you could do, though. I never smoked a marijuana cigarette in my life, so that's a good thing. I don't know. Or some people would say, what? You missed it all.
I never smoked a marijuana cigarette. Well, anybody that says I never smoked a marijuana cigarette in my life, never smoked a marijuana cigarette in their life.
No, I never did. I never did.
Yeah, you and Bill Clinton.
Well, Clinton was lying. I'm not lying. My problem was I always liked the booze. Didn't need any marijuana cigarettes. I still like the booze. Speaking of which, here's guys.
Yeah, not to mention that's legal.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we have another imperial piece here. It looks like a gem.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Get that, right?
No, this is a
Paymaster.
No, it's not a paymaster.
Believe
Paymasters are shorter and more elaborate. This is a basic applicaten dirk from 1860 was when they first started with those.
Well, this is your field, better than mine.
It's and it's not really a ow, got my finger in that hinge. It's not really a dirk. They call it a bayonet, and they actually instituted these because the cadets had these 1848 dirks. That's just his model number. The cadets had these 1848 dirks, which were, small daggers, and there was a lot of trouble with people getting stabbed in bars, and so they decided they weren't going to make them at all.
Maybe they should have smoked a marijuana cigarette.
Yeah, probably should have, yeah. So what they did then, this is 1872, I probably misquoted what the year was on that, but they decided to come out with this, which was considered a bayonet, and for some reason considered this less dangerous in bars than the little dirk. But this is what they were, and this is a very basic piece in really superior condition.
Let me just see the cross guard real fast. Yeah.
It's really in great condition.
With the crown.
Yeah, the crown and the foul anchor, and usually these, look at the leather, considering the age of this, is just fantastic.
You're missing a staple up at the top there?
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
Yeah,
what are you going to do? How many years is that from 1870 to what we are now? It's like 150 years.
153 years, yeah.
And look at the condition of this piece.
I was born 100 years after that thing was made, so.
Let's see if I can get it out of here. No. I can't get it out.
Alright. Let's see if I can do it.
Yeah.
You don't have it still locked in the back, do you?
Now don't pull the scabbard down off. That's really in there.
Ooh.
Something must be holding it. The lock goes across the back, but you don't need it.
You're not getting that pop.
No. Well, we'll have to get a tool and get this out, but I suspect though that the blade is fantastic. what's happened here probably over the
leather
years,
shrank and
the leather
yeah.
shrinks a little bit and clings to the blade.
It's not a metal scabbard, right? It's leather.
Yeah.
With just
Leather.
fittings, yeah.
It's all leather.
Then you try to tug it so hard, then you blow the fittings off with it, you know?
Well, that's it. That's probably what happened to this staple.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
yanked it
you're
out
probably
by
right.
by the fitting and...
You're probably right.
yeah. No, that's... but anyhow, I think that's a superb piece.
Isn't that weird how sometimes these daggers seize up like that? And it's just like, my God, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you cannot get them out.
Well, we finally got this applique out. Apparently it was just stuck in the leather, but it took 3 of us to get the dagger out with no damage, of course, to the blade. And the blade shows some age and so forth, but it's still bright. And there we are. I think what happened here, the collector probably put this into the scabbard just like this 30 years ago and hasn't taken it out since. And but it's okay now, collectors. So there
I'll
you go.
tell you, that was a hell of a thing.
Oh, there's one other thing here. I don't know what whether this is part of it or just packing. Or, I lost my bob worms. Oh, here it is.
What did we have before? Was it a pommel we couldn't get off? Or remember somebody gave it, an army dagger from a friend of ours.
Yeah.
And we could not get the pommel off because it was loose. And we still can't.
The grip was loose. We needed to get the pommel
Yeah, the
off
grip was
so
real
we
loose
could,
and we could not, it was seized. It was like impossible.
It's going to come open now. I sent it to a good friend of mine, said, I can get it open without breaking the tang. I said, okay, I'm sending it to you.
And what happens if he breaks the tang?
I owe the guy for the dagger. Or we'll have it welded and
But man, it's
Ready.
incredible. Sometimes you just cannot get these daggers out, so it's weird.
all this cool stuff, and he sends me a Luftwaffe buckle, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice Luftwaffe buckle, and it's...
Well, you're usually good with the order, but sometimes you got to give in, you know?
Yeah. And it's worn, and
Nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing wrong with it, but compared to all the other things that he sent, it's like who cares, you know?
Take it easy.
Hey, you sort of get spoiled a little bit.
Yeah, you're getting spoiled. You are.
Getting spoiled. Well, I wouldn't get spoiled. Did you remember what we got here? This was an unbelievable boxing with the quality of the things. It just was outrageous.
No, it's good, man. Great stuff.
So they are collectors. That was what, number 96, was it, Ob?
I'm going to have to say 96.
Yeah, and so we're getting closer to the drawing.